Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The title of my talk today is about the role of teaching staff in the program KPIs, key performance indicator, and these are the overview of this talk. So, including outcome of this talk, and then also we can discuss the programs KPIs based on NC triple A 2019. And next is about the measurement tool. How we measure the KPI itself, and what is the role of the teaching staff in order to improve this KPI, or at least to maintain maybe. Okay, and then lastly I will show you the full report for the physics program KPIs for this year. Actually, so data we take from the year 2020, and of course conclusion. So the outcome of this talk, I hope after this, so all of you will be able to define the program KPIs, especially based on the NC triple A 2019. Okay, actually, we have a few type of the program KPI, but we focus on this NC triple E KPIs and where their contribution to this program KPI. Maybe you still don't know why we need KPI, why this KPI very important. Okay, so because actually this report of this KPI, at least for last 3 years, okay, so they are one of the important document that required for the program accreditation. So the accreditation I mentioned here is about the NC triple A accreditation, not about the ASIN accreditation. ASIN accreditation a bit different, but this is for the NC triple A especially, but because Saudi Arabia normally they adopt this NC triple A, okay, accreditation. But so that's this data also we can use for the ASIN later. Okay. Now I show you the as I told you this in the previous slide. Okay, so we for program KPIs we have at least three parts here. Okay, so the first one is the KPI based on the NC triple A 2019. There are 17 KPI from the NC triple A. So this is the most important KPIs. And also we adopt some KPIs from the Jazan University KPIs. So there are 13 KPIs from the Jazan University. And also now we have the new one, just start this semester, we have the KPIs based on learning outcome achievement. So there are 6 KPI. So if you get total, so around 36 KPI, but this talk we focus on the 17 KPIs only from the NC triple A. Okay, the 17 KPIs based on the NC triple A 2019. So we can this is the list you can see here. So 1, 2 until 17 here. For NC triple A, normally they have also they have 6 standard. Okay, today we have meeting and also ASIN they are divided by the 6 standard, but it's a bit different. Okay, for NC triple A there are 6 standard. For say KPI number 1, this is belong to the standard number 1 in NC triple A, and standard 2 no KPIs for in the NCAA. But and then KPI number 2 until KPI number 9 here. So this is belong to the standard 3 in NCAA. Standard 1 is basically about the mission and vision of the program, and standard 2 about the management, so no KPIs, and then standard 3 is about learning and teaching, so the KPIs number 2 until 9 here, and KPIs number 10, this one for the standard 4 is about the student, and KPI number 11 until 16, this is for standard 5. Standard 5 about teaching staff. Okay, so basically this is so our contribution here is okay. Contribution here is very much their need. Okay, standard 11 until 16 here, and KPI number 11 and the 16 here, and last KPI 17 is belong to the standard 6. This is about the learning resources, so like library and so on. So there are 17 KPI based on the NCAA. So this is the list here. Okay, you can see this list. I know because some of our friends still don't know this don't what, or maybe they forgot about this KPI. So that's why I suggest to Dr. Salah to give this talk. Okay, to this. So we hope, that's why we hope after this, so that everyone will be aware with this KPI, because as I told you in the previous slide, so this is very important in the accreditation. One of the main document for the accreditation for NCAA accreditation. So, and then how we collect the data and how we measure, okay, or how we measure this achievement of this KPI. So KPI number 1, because this is about the percentage of achieved indicator of the program operational plan objective. So this is basically about the strategic plan of the program. So the program strategic plan. So the strategic plan committee, so their suit has the plan, how many goal or objective they plan every year, and how many the objective of goal they achieve. So you can get the percentage. So we have the statistical data. So then you can get the percentage of the achievement here. So this is we need this data. So and then statistical data. So we can get from the strategic plan committee provide this data. And KPI number 2 about the student evaluation of quality of learning experience in the program. Okay. This is about the average overall rating of final year student. Okay, there will be normally after like project presentation. Okay, so we ask the student to fill in the survey. So survey is about the PES and EES. Okay, so you have the two important survey here. Program evaluation survey and experience evaluation survey. So the data for KPI number 2 we get from these two survey, PES and EES. Okay, so normally quality and accreditation committee has this data. The KPI number 3 about student evaluation of the quality of the course. So this is very familiar with us. So because every semester, okay, so we have the course evaluation survey for all our course. So again, the quality and accreditation committee analyze. they analyze this data, this survey, combine this survey, and then they give to us, and then we can use this data for KPIs. For KPI number 4, about the completion rate. This completion rate from the start a student register in the first semester until they graduate. Until they graduate, there must be they graduate then in minimum time. So proportional student who complete the program in minimum time. So for example, in our case, so for exactly their 4 year. So they are exactly start there from the register so until they graduate 4 years. So this is we take it this data from this one. So this data available in registration unit. So statistic data. But the problem is for this data. So normally the data that we got from the registration unit is very difficult to analyze because it's not really what we need. Okay, so this is so still the problem in this. So I think Dr. Fadali team like Dr. Jamal Afifi, Dr. Walid also has the problem with this data. So because about this data, still we are now we thinking about how to get this data easily, but with the good format. I mean the format that we need. Okay, but because so far the data we got from the registration is confusing. Okay, for the KPI number 5 also about this is about the first year student retention rate. So how many percent first year student they will continue to the second year, meaning that there will be meaning that pass first year, and then they will be registered again for the second year. So this is this is again. So we got also data from the registration. So as similar to the completion rate, also this data also is very messy. Okay, but we managed to get this data. Okay, and for KPI number 6, this is about the student performance in the professional and or national examination. Okay, for your information, start last year. So we have the number of our student, attend the national examination. So and then we got data here. So percentage of the student who were successful in this exam. So I can show you later the result. So but this is still very low, around 25% only for male, and female is even lower. Okay, so this is also get statistical data from of course from national exam board. Okay, KPI number 7 about the graduate employability and also enrollment in the postgraduate. So the data we did is percentage of graduates who within 1 year after graduate they are employed and or they are enrolled in the program, a postgraduate for of course for master program, for example. Okay, this is also has problem to get this data. So suppose alumni unit, okay, okay, we hope the alumni unit will be work, more efficient to get this data. Yeah, but we managed to get the data from the last year, for example, but it seems like the data is not as we expected. So because the number of the because normally this is based on the suppose it's statistical, but now we get data only based on the survey. We send the survey to the student, and then the student, and then we ask the student, do you get the job, or you are already registered to the postgraduate? And then the answer is say yes, they get the job. Okay, but not really the statistical data, because they normally they only few number of the just few number of the student or graduate they answer the survey, for example. So still we need the improvement here, but we managed to get the data. So last year, for example. KPI number 8. So this is about average number of students in the class. This is nothing to do with the faculty member here. So because this is about the student number. Okay, so again, we can get this from the registration unit or from registration unit also. Okay, because they register for course. Okay, so or who make it the timetable for course also, you can contribute to this data. KPI number 9 about the employer evaluation of the program graduate proficiency. Okay, this is we start have the data from the last year, yeah. So last year, so we send the survey, okay, to the selected employer, okay. So and then we get the data here. So the alumni unit, okay. So do it. So this, okay. So this is we can get the data average rating of employer for the proficiency of the program graduate in the annual survey. So annual survey. So yeah, last year is very good. I think about 4 rating, okay? Out of 5. Okay, so first time you got the response from the employer. KPI number 10 is about the student. Okay, the student satisfaction with the offered services. So here the services. Okay, we can highlight, for example, restaurant, transportation, if any, sport facility, academic advising, also, and so on. So in our case, so normally we just we highlight only few: academic advising, sport facility, like a computer facility, and also for religious absorbance. Okay, and so we take some of the services, so academic advising, sport facility, and so on. Okay, this data we can collect from the survey, for example, from the alumni survey, other survey also. But also we can, some of the question is available in the PES and EES. So we can get from the PES and EES, so program evaluation survey and experience survey. Okay. KPI number 11 is ratio of student to the teaching staff. Okay, now this is start with the about the standard with about the teaching staff. Ratio of the student to teaching staff, so the number of student over number of teaching staff. Okay, so this is statistical data. I think we have no problem with this. So because number of our student is quite low. Okay, so still we can say very good the ratio. Okay, so we got from the source is from the department office and also registration unit. For KPI number 12, percentage of teaching staff distribution. Teaching staff distribution, this is based on the gender, branches, and also academic rank. So based on gender, how female and male, okay, and branches, we have the main campus and branches. In terms of the physics, for example, we have the 2 branches, Samta and Arda. Okay, and academic rank, PhD, how many PhD, and also professor, associate professor, and so on. So again, this statistical data. So this is easily to get. Normally, we can have from the department office. Okay. KPI number 13 about the proportion of teaching staff leaving the program. So this is the leaving. This must be considered for a reason other than age retirement. So normally, but if there already is retirement, so it's not include this is the number here. So it must be for the region other than as retirement. So this one, as it's the number every so far. I don't know if maybe this year will be more, but from the last year, I think last 3 years, so it's very good only around 5%. Okay, less than 10%. But I don't know if this semester maybe this will be more. Okay. So and then KPI number 14. Okay, now this is like red line here, which is about our this is our responsibility here. Percentage of publication of faculty member. Percentage of faculty member who publish at least one research paper per year. So this is still very low. So that means very low. So need our so this is our contribution here. So this is our as a faculty member of teaching staff. So this is the direct contribution. Okay, here. So we need the data here. So at least. But because we don't, because the data we receive here, we ask Dr. Nordogan normally, Nordogan as the research and scientific committee. So we take from the Dr. Nordogan data here, but I don't know. So especially for female section, the data is very low. So we don't know, is really they don't publish or they are not recorded, no data not recorded, or because so that's why please if the research or scientific committee asking you for the list of your publication, please submit, okay, in order to improve our KPI, because if you don't submit, so there will be miss this data. So that's why you can have the low result, for example. So the same thing with the KPI number 15, rate of published research per faculty member. So this is total number of referred or published research to the total number of faculty member. Okay, again, we got from the research and scientific committee. So again, this is based on the normally information that you submit to this committee. So how many your publication? So every year. Okay. So again, please, if there is committee asking you to submit your list of publication, so please submit. In order to improve our KPI. KPI number 60 is about the citation. This citation rate in reference journal per faculty member also to have the big problem here. So they're still very low. Okay. So but this one, so you can get from the Google Scholar or Scopus, for example. Okay, but normally it's enough a Google Scholar. Okay. So also we got the data from the research and scientific committee. Okay, so the last one, KPI number 17 is about the satisfaction of the beneficiary with the learning resources. So this is about the learning resources, about the library. Okay, so about the database, about the reference journal, and so on. Okay, so normally we get the data from PES also, program evaluation survey. there are few a question related to these learning resources, AES also, and also alumni survey, faculty survey also. So faculty member also contribute in this survey. So to evaluate the learning resources, library, and so on. Okay. So this is how we collect the data and measure the KPI, 17 KPI. Now look at more detail about the role of the staff member, especially faculty member here. Okay. So I want to highlight. So the some KPI is, I mean, is very close to the faculty member contribution. Okay. So for KPI number 1, seems like that nothing to do with the faculty member. So of course, if you are work in the strategy, member of the strategy plan committee, of course, directly we can, okay, we should plan this very good. Okay, okay, to I mean implement more the goal of or objective in the strategy plan and trying to achieve them. So for KPI number 2, for example, so you can see that this data, as discussed in the previous slide, we take from the PES and EES. So we now at least here some of the question in the PES, program evaluation survey, exactly related to the instructor or teaching staff. Question number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So meaning that, okay, so the teaching staff actually have a big contribution for this KPI number 2. Okay, KPI number 2. So because that's about the instructor, something like that. Yeah. So 2, 3, 4, 5. So, this one 6 question out of 24, I think, if not mistaken, 24 or 21 for PES. Okay, 6 out of 20. So about, okay, 1/4. Okay, so the question related to the teaching staff. Okay, teaching staff. So meaning that we are contribute to this directly contribute to this KPI number 2. So and another one in the EES experience survey. Also, there are at least 2 directly, okay, about the faculty member. So the faculty member here, okay. So related, meaning that this faculty also will be contribute directly in this survey. Okay, so this is how we can contribute to improve the KPI number 2. So about student evaluation of quality of learning experience in the program. So if you go to the KPI number 3, okay, about because this is based on the CES, cost evaluation survey. So in the CES also, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions out of 21 or 24 something question. Okay, so related to the teaching staff, instructor. Okay, so that's one. So meaning that our contribution to the CES is also very high. Okay, and about the completion rate. The completion rate, maybe this is not directly okay, not directly to the faculty staff, but because we assume that some of the students that delay, why they delay graduate, because like less motivate. I mean less motivation. So that's why need to enhance the academic advisor and advisory and counseling. So we are, as the faculty member, also member of this academic advisory and counseling. So meaning that we contribution is also directly to increase the completion rate, because completion rate is one of the also red color in our KPI so far. Still it's very low. And about the same with the first year student retention rate. Okay, so the academic advisory and counseling will help, okay, to motivate the student to continue their study to the second year after first year, so they can improve the retention rate. KPI number 6, okay, maybe it's not directly related to the faculty member, and number 7 also graduate employability, okay, but maybe so academic advisory and counseling also will be a bit contribute to advise the student before they graduate, okay. And average number of students in the class, nothing to do here with the faculty member. Employer evaluation also not, but evaluation employee so far I understand the alumni unit, especially in our unit, so they have the problem to identify the employer. So okay, to send them survey. So maybe faculty member, if you have the contact, okay, we have in contact with the some employer, you know, the employer, so maybe you can have the alumni unit to get the more data from the employers about our graduate. Student satisfaction with the offer service. Okay, this one nothing to do with the faculty member. So normally here is just a survey is related to the university management here to improve their service. But so far, I think so we have the good response from the student, except for maybe some part in the female part, because for example in the sport they say still not satisfied, because because we know the female campus is the rented building. Okay, and ratio of student to teaching staff also nothing to do here. So this is based on the management. So ideally we can improve the student ratio of a faculty member. Percentage of teaching staff distribution also. This is normally this is based on the management. Idea to going to increase the percentage, especially for PhD holder. Okay. And proportional of the teaching staff leaving the program. Okay, this is also depend on the management. Okay, now there's next 3 here. Next 3 KPIs exactly, okay, related to our contribution. So there's all about the publication and citation. Okay, it's about the faculty member contribution. Okay. And the last one about the library. Okay, so faculty member just contribute in the survey here. Okay, and then the rest, okay, to improve if any improvement, so must be from the management also. Okay. So, this is an overview about our contribution as a faculty member to the KPI. Now I can show you the our performance this year. This year, of course, we from the last year data. Okay, KPI report for 2020. So we have here about 35 pages report. Yeah, so this okay, because this is 30. Okay, I just show the sum. Okay, important. So this is our complete report on the key performance indicator for the program KPIs, meaning that program KPIs. Okay, KPI this year. So this is for all section. So including main and branches. Okay, so as you can see here. Okay, so this problem too big. Okay, so this is the first table. So the meaning this is a program KPI based on NCAA. Okay, should be 2019. Okay, so this okay. So now look at here for KPI number 1, for example. For KPI number 1, so this is still below our target. So the target should be about 60%, but still much lower than the target. So Samta also, but Arda is quite better than us, okay, than mine, okay. But I don't know if really Arda.
Which is not showing that data.
Not showing the data?
We have the document. No, we have you don't share the PDF document.
Okay, so
still your PPT is visible.
Wait, okay. Need to say.
Dr. Sabar, maybe you can exit the PowerPoint and make share to the PDF.
Okay. So I try. So so this is
now.
Okay
now it's okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Good. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So okay, again, so you can see now, okay, for KPI number 1, so our achievement is still low, but we can see for Arda it's very good, okay, and KPI number 2 is quite good, the 30.7, okay, out of 5, okay, and then student number 3 is good, 4.1 over 5. Okay, and then now see the KPI number 4 about the completion rate. So you can see here, there's only 39%. Okay, 39%. So that's why, so still need improvement. Okay, but first year student retention for this year quite good. So overall 70%. But you see, male retention is a bit lower than female. Arda, okay, need improvement. The student performance in the professional or national examination that we got the last year. Okay, I think this year still we don't have the data, so still we use this. So overall is 19% only, and male 20%, but female only 12%. So so that's overall only 90%. So meaning that so we need more improvement here. And then if you go to the KPI number 7, so about the employability. So overall and graduation around you can see that for female. I don't know it's correct or not the data, but it seems like the data I received for male 100% employed, but female still very low. Okay, very low, and enrolled in the postgraduate also maybe can. So this is so meaning that female here need improvement here. Average student number in the class, okay, no problem. I think okay. So and then start this year we have the survey result from the employer. 4.1 is quite good. 4.1 over out of 5, and student satisfaction of the services is also very good. Okay, basically, so we just highlight a few services here: academic advising, sport facility, computing, and religious observance. Okay, so all above 3. Okay, so you can see, for example, in the female for computing facility, they are rate lower, much lower than male. So maybe we understand because they are facility, maybe because they are rented a building. Okay, so they are not as good as in our male campus. Okay, Samta also about SEM, and Arda also good. Ratio of student to teaching staff, I think is no problem. Okay, percentage of teaching staff distribution. So you can see here, gender distribution. Okay, 58% is male and 42% female. I think it's a good distribution. But PhD holder, so female seems like need improve compared to the male. Okay, and branch. Okay, branch. This is just because branch, of course, in the male normally in the branches, because our branch Samta and Arda offer for female only, cost for female. So that's why we understand if more female staff also 74% more female staff compared to the only about 26% male, because the course they are offered for male for female only. Professional teaching staff leaving the program. This is assessment is very good. Okay, this year, and then three last year is less than 10%. Okay, but I don't know in this year will be improved maybe, or improve, or it will be more. This is we can say this direct contribution from the faculty member. Okay, about the KPI number 14. So we have only overall 45%, and the most problem in the female only 13%. Okay, so I don't know. That's maybe because of the data not submit to the committee or not, or this is the real result also not. So that's why as I told you just now, please, if the scientific committee asking you your list of publication, please submit. Okay, submit to them. Okay, and KPI number 15 also is very low, only 0.45. Even our target is very low. If you see the compared to the benchmark, okay, external benchmark, they say their publication they will be up to 15. So we have to get the 1 per faculty member is still not achieved. Okay, and then citation also still very low. Okay, especially in the female. So that's why female. Okay, female part. So the 17 KPI 17 I think is okay about the learning resources. So all campuses, branch and main. So it seems like very good. Okay. About the KPI based on the LO achievement. So basically good. 4.0. Okay, this is no problem about the LO achievement. And KPI based on the university KPI. So you can see some of the red color here. So for example, from the female stakeholder evaluation of efficiency of communication with the leader. I don't know. So the female red is less than 3 here. And stakeholder evaluation of IT services for the female also less than 3. Okay, this is for from the KPIs, and percentage of students who participate in extracurricular activity. So we don't have data, no data available. So we don't still we trying to find from where we can get this data. And number of international partnership also we don't have data, or maybe zero, really zero. Okay, and proportion of the full-time teaching and other staff active engaged in community service activity. Also, we don't have data for this year. And number of consultative committee, okay, no data, so they need improvement. Stakeholder evaluation about the administrative staff also, we don't have survey. We don't have survey about this. Maybe they have survey, but we don't found the data. And number of conference paper per faculty member also no data. No, I think no. I think there are some of the faculty member they are present their paper, but we don't got this data. Okay, so now just I highlight here summary here. Okay, they say here KPI need urgent improvement. So there are about 6 KPI really need urgent improvement. KPI number 1, KPI number 4, KPI number 6, 14, 15, and 16. Remember 14, 16, and 15, 16 really relate to the faculty member. Okay, so and then we come out with the, okay, we can go through to the last part here. Okay, please. Okay. That one we don't need to discuss one by one. Is okay. Just go to the okay. So action plan here. So they can say. So the KPI number 1, for example, is very low. So this is the poor outcome. So we propose the action plan. So that why the outcome is poor, because lack on the implementation of initiative of goal and the program. So we suggest to improve this KPI, start to implement more goal initiative and measure the achievement. For KPI number 4, for example, so still less than 60% as your target. So we say why they are low, because some of the students may be less motivated, okay, for this study. So that's why we suggest more counseling and academic advising for them, so to motivate them. Okay, and then of course will be SOD and the student affair will be responsible with this. And for KPI number 6, about the student performance in the examination, national examination, okay, it's only about 19%. So why they have low here? So we can say because less experience of the student in this kind of the examination. Because just for example, the data here is just for first time. I think our graduate took okay. So we suggest to conduct a similar examination periodically. Of course, HOD and also examining committee will be responsible with this. And for KPI number 7, graduate employability. Okay, so this is we not sure either why they are low here, but so we assume actually because we don't get the data, so we don't got the limited data we have. So maybe they are more, maybe our student more employed, but we don't get the data. So and then we suggest to conduct the career fair earlier and update the record of the alumni. Okay, perform the survey. Okay, for the to the graduate. KPI number 14. Okay, lack of the publication, faculty member. So is need to encourage all the teaching staff to publish the paper. Okay, of course we hope, okay, the management will be provide the research lab for research, for example, for good research, and then faculty member can get the publish the research paper. So the same with the KPI number 15 and 16 also. So about the same, because they're like on the publication. So this is our action plan for this KPI. So as a conclusion, so basically basic program KPIs are good, but some KPIs still need urgent improvement. So that I will list about 6 here. And we can see this the 6 KPI exactly okay need improvement here. So it's most of them here is related to the teaching staff. So that's why our contribution to improve the KPI is appreciate it's very much. Okay, so I think that's all my talk to today. Okay, thank you very much for your listening. Okay, Assalamualaikum. Okay,
thank you very much, Dr. Sabar, for your presentation today. Actually, it was very rich presentation, and we gained a lot of information from this. Actually, for me, it is first time to know about KPIs. So thank you very much for you.
Okay.
And thank you very much for all attendance to this lecture.
Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Sabar.
Okay. Assalamualaikum.